I'm going to start the recording. I forgot to start it earlier. The thing that drove me crazy about KV Core at the time is the speed. It is very slow, and it's almost like winter with molasses. It's super slow. Lofty's very responsive, is very fast. I've never had a lag time. And with KV Core and my personality, ADD, man, slow is not good for me. So when I click a button and it takes 5, 6, 7 seconds to do something, I'm out. And so that's what really drove me to Lofty was that one thing. So if you have a small database, I have 50,000, right? If you have some things that don't maybe take much of the system, but KV Core at the time told me, yeah, it's not that. We have users with 200,000 stuff. And I go, slow, man. It's just choking slow. And they didn't have a solution for it. They said they knew about it for years. So that's my 2 cents of a soapbox. Now that I'm remembering, I wouldn't go back if they didn't fix the speed issue. It was just a crazy slow thing for some tasks. And
Lofty's good for seller lead. I mean, for like working leads and all that
oh
stuff.
yeah, I think it's awesome. And they have AI now that talks to the leads. Now, if you're doing agent attraction, like I'm focused on, the conversations like, hey, when do you want to look at houses? It's not the right conversation. AI is not smart enough in it.
Right.
And they're talking about doing AI for attraction in there as well. But for buyers and sellers, it's awesome. And I'm using it personally for buyers and sellers now.
Right.
Yeah, and also it integrates, I mean, like the Jay Kinder system and stuff we've been doing and talking about, it integrates very well with Lofty. It integrates with Bold Trails as well. They're used to both of those.
Right.
There's a new CRM of choice called Bold. What is it? It's not. I'm thinking Bold Trails now. It's
There's three of them. Yeah.
help me out. Who knows it?
It just doesn't have a website. That's the only difference.
It's a short name like
Yeah.
Bays or I thought it was Bolds or something, but it's not. It's Blaze, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've heard it's really, really good integrally with your phone. So a smaller agent that's working in their cell phone, everything you do in the CRM is just mirrored on your phone. So it doesn't matter if you're here or there. It's the same. And it's also taking all of your social media and Facebook and Instagram and putting it into your CRM. That's a big deal.
Right.
But again, I think it's limited. I would pick the other ones over it for production.
Got it.
But this is all my opinion, right? It's worth 2 cents.
3 cents.
3
They
cents.
give me free. Yeah.
But good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man.
Close. It's called Close.
Oh, it's close. That's right, with a Z.
Yeah. Bold
Close.
Trail, Close, or Lofty. Yeah.
And I've heard great things. I've heard
There's
great
no
things about
website with Close and all that stuff though. That's
I,
just
I watched a webinar with the CEO of Close and I was blown away. I was like almost wanting to try it and have another CRM like I need a hole in my head. But what I loved about it is he said the integration between social media, everything you do on your phone, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, everything integrates with the CRM automatically. It just recognizes your email, recognizes your Facebook messaging, puts it all into your CRM. That's a game changer. The other two don't have that, not even close. So, um, you know, again, with that being said, I'd explore all of them and then pick which one you want for free with the XP. But
cool,
I
man.
have both. I pay for Lofty and I have KV Core supplied through EXP because it's still running systems I had back in the day.
Right.
And, I think there's value in all of them, but
Yeah.
we're
Well,
blessed
this
to
one's
have
really
EXP
used, right?
supplying them.
Yeah. It's true.
Cool. Lee, what's cooking with you? How you doing?
Oh, doing pretty good. Just having a little bit of a allergy attack right now. So I've been
Oh, what
sneezing.
attack?
Just allergy. I don't know.
Oh,
Just
allergy?
like
Yeah.
sneezing, something. I don't know what's going on,
Yeah.
but yeah, just trying to keep some deals together.
Change of the seasons.
Yeah. So just had first time I've ever had this happen. I've got a horse property that one of our Apple guys wants to purchase 1.4
Nice.
million, and he wanted his lawyer to take a look at the contract. And so I went in and I used oh gosh, not DocuSign. And so I put his lawyer in on the signing and just had him sign the one of the initial one of the documents.
Acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement, yes, to where his lawyer could take a look at it and then it'd go on to him and then they could discuss it. So anyway, I've never had that happen before, but yeah,
Yeah, I think I've never done that process, but it makes sense. I mean, if you're just acknowledging that somebody saw it, it covers you. But every buyer seller is entitled to have their attorneys look at it. I think it's smart, especially in larger purchase prices, or it gives you another layer of protection as well,
yeah,
that an attorney is involved in it, right? It almost supersedes you in many regards. Doesn't relieve you from the necessity of using state documents and all the proper disclosures and all the things,
yeah,
but
yeah,
having another layer of a set of eyeballs on there, it almost relieves you of some of that, where you can say, Mr. Buyer, remember when you asked the attorney to oversee the documents? Is he the one negotiating this, or do you want me to? Is he the one that's making sure that we're
yeah,
compliant in regulation and all the things, right?
yeah.
So I think it could
So
be a
this,
I think it could be a good thing. Don't be
yep,
intimidated by
yep.
it.
Oh no, yeah. At first I was like, okay. So I've been working with
I
this guy
hear agents
for,
say it's like a red flag, and it's not a red flag to me, right?
yeah, yeah, no, no.
I
Uh,
think the higher the net worth, the more the individual is gonna request their attorneys and maybe even CPAs and things to look at documents, which is okay.
Yes. So I've been working with this guy for like 3.5, 4 months, and I'm the listing agent, and he's been working with me. And I just texted him. I want 2.5 percent buyer's commission, and he goes, "Seller pays commission." I'm like, "Well, the seller's going to pay 3%. You're going to pay 2.5." And so anyway, he didn't really like it, but he's having his lawyer take a look at it. So nonetheless,
Awesome.
yeah,
Well, again, that's negotiable, right? And you're
yep,
entitled to hold up to your requirement,
yep,
and it is negotiable, and especially if you're double ending it, right? If you're buyer's rep and seller's rep, which sounds like you are,
yep,
it's even more important to have an attorney look at it in his perspective. But the commission conversation and the contractual conversations are totally separate, right?
that's right, that's right.
And I think you did it correct. We've decoupled the commission. Remember that term, decoupled.
Yep,
The seller used to pay the buyer's commission through a transfer through the seller's agent.
yeah,
That's been decoupled, so those are two separate conversations, whether it's two separate buyers or two separate sellers or two separate agents or whatever it is.
that's right.
Decoupled the conversations. You have one conversation over here, you could have sold the property for 1% and you could charge 3% to the buyer side, or vice versa. It's totally
Yeah, yeah,
negotiable, right?
that's right.
So what I love about it is it elevates our communication and negotiation skills to a point to where agents are now getting paid more than they used to because of the enhanced communication that is around that potentially.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Right?
yeah, I don't know why, but a lot of times um it's a hard conversation asking for money for me at times. Yeah.
It's everybody, Lee. I'm glad that you brought that up. It's hard because it's important to us,
Yes. Yep.
and also we want to lead with a belief of servitude and helping them the best we can.
Yeah.
But there's also, we're not a 501(c)(3) nonprofit, right?
Right.
So I always lead with, like, I want to operate in the highest possible level of service, of integrity, all these things, and I want to get paid the most for doing that. Now, in our industry, 3% is very top of the scale. It's not uncommon to charge 10% commission on land. It's not uncommon to charge 7% on normal residential listings.
Yeah.
My belief is 6% is fair. 6% still allows me to be the best version of a quality luxury, customer service oriented agent I can be.
Yeah.
And that is understanding that they're going to get 3%, I'm going to get 3%. But
Yeah.
all that's negotiable,
Yeah.
right? So now that they've decoupled it, instead of having have a 5% conversation for 2.5, 2.5. I could have a 3% conversation only and worry about the other conversation later.
Yeah.
It
So
makes it
for
easier, in my opinion, to
That's
negotiate
right. That's
3%
right.
on the seller side.
Yeah. So for my seller, I was 3%. I actually was 4.5, because I'm working with both sides, I told him I'd give him a better deal,
Yeah.
and so he's only paying 3 now, and I'm asking the buyer for 2.5. So
Yeah, and that's very reasonable. And there might be a situation where he goes, "Well, if I'm gonna pay 2.5, I might go get Sally to help me. That's really not attached to the seller at all." And because buyers do believe that there's an opportunity to maybe negotiate harder, or you have blended interest. I mean, that's a real thing. So your job in this, Lee, and you already know this, but I'm going to lecture to you only because we're on a coaching call.
yep,
Your job is to convey your value to the buyer
that's right.
and convey your integrity in both parties, right?
Right. Yeah.
Also disclose the fact that you have maybe even a primary fiduciary responsibility to the seller, and he needs to understand what that looks like. If you do all that correctly, then I believe that you'll easily allow him to see the value of paying you.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing, he has had access to me this whole time. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been texting and conversations back and forth, back and forth.
Right.
And
Let me ask you a question. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but something just came up for me.
nope, put me on the spot.
You're talking about the buyer, and you have been texting and communicating for a long time, right?
Yep,
Okay. This is prior to him putting in an offer.
that's right.
Okay. At your first communication, because you're the seller agent, you should have or could have, I don't want to should on you,
Yep, yep, yep.
but you could have had that commission conversation in the very beginning before it mattered.
That's right. That's right.
And that's just through a buyer broker representation agreement. By the way, the state wants you to do that now. They're requiring you to do
Yeah,
that now before you show property or you negotiate or otherwise, right?
that's correct.
So
Yeah,
something to think about for you is when buyers start reaching out to you, say, "Hey, you're entitled to change directions or something later, but we need to have an agreement between us for me to answer your questions."
I
Okay.
like that. Yeah, yeah,
My agreement is that I get paid 2.5% if you buy the property in your terms, acceptable on your behalf.
that's correct.
It's
Yeah,
just if we get to that stage, the
yeah,
state requires me, and I like this language, the state requires me to have this documentation in place before we start talking, negotiating, and I can give you the basic stuff like you'd get online,
oh, yes,
the
yes,
name, the price, the address, the terms that are publicly supplied. But when he starts asking anything outside of that, remember your assistant can provide him a flyer that has all that information without having a license, right?
yes, yeah,
That's where I draw the line. At that level is when I say anything beyond that flyer information,
yeah,
I need to have a buyer representation agreement with you, right?
yes,
And so that
yes,
makes sense. And so if you explain it to them that the law has changed, there's very significant, they could Google it, but the law has changed to where it's decoupled the commission, where I need to get a signed agreement with you before we even tour the property, before we start negotiating, before I start answering questions that may put me in a fiduciary responsibility to you.
that's right. Yeah,
So I would personally approach it like that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, he is actually friends with the seller.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So, we're on a live call, so
No, I know. I
don't get
just
addresses, but
no,
but
no. There's no.
that may work into your benefit because
Yes,
you already have a
yes,
relationship with the
yeah,
seller. You're the one that with the most knowledge about the property because of your listing
yes, yeah.
relationship. And I would just focus on your value and then also the integrity of his relationship with you independently of the seller,
That's right. Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Awesome. I love it. I appreciate it. That's great dialogue to have today. So I appreciate you bringing it up.
yeah. It's actually a commercial property, so there's a little different aspect
You got
of
income.
the rules, I on the entrance of a home, which yes, yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. Commercial definitely is a lot more lax because do you know why the commercial residential is different? Maybe for the audience listening.
No, no, no.
So the difference is consumer protection. The difference
That's
is
correct. Yes. Yeah.
consumer protection, and in commercial, at least my decipher,
Recollection.
right?
Yep.
My deciphering, my understanding
Yep.
of the differences are commercial is a more sophisticated buyer. So the state, the government, fair housing, all the things. So that's a commercial buyer. That's an investor. That's a higher level of understanding and knowledge.
Hmm.
They're not going to tell him you have to have smoke alarm page. You have to have a buyer's inspection. They're assuming that they're more sophisticated and that they don't need those things. That's why there's not requirements for home inspections, pest inspections, smoke alarms, buyers inspections. All that stuff's not required in commercial. It's completely, it's protected under being a commercial type property. Where in residential, those things are state mandated for consumer protection. Consumer meaning typically the buyer,
Yeah.
right? In
Not taken
commercial,
advantage of.
that doesn't exist as much in commercial.
Yes.
No TDS, transfer disclosure statements. There's none of that stuff required in commercial.
Yeah. I love it. Yep. Yeah.
Pretty cool. Right
Yeah.
on.
Good stuff.
You
So
bet. Well, thank you for being here. Kristen, did you have a question? I saw you bounced out and came back in, but did I answer your question?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna try to check into that. I was on the state meeting this morning and they had referred me to the Slack Lofty thing. So I'm gonna try to reach out to that channel and see if I can't get some help there too.
You will. Yeah, that's where it exists. So start there and they'll direct you to the right place. I don't know if there's transition teams that you can I know you can hire people to do data migration and things. But that I'd start in the Slack channel for Lofty and I'd start there.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Anything else for you folks today?
I have my onboarding call tomorrow with the Accelerate
Awesome.
program.
Cool.
So do we have to have our own Zoom channel for that? Do you know?
So I leave that all separate. That conversation's like
Gotcha.
outside of the coaching call. It's not everybody's involved in that. So
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, but they'll help you. The onboarding's pretty clear. They'll help you with it.
Okay.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Okay, you guys, if no other questions, I'll be here next week.
Perfect.
Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you.
Appreciate you. Thanks, Kristen Lee. Have a great day.
Bye.